It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. With the way the Trail Blazers have played recently, fans have had plenty to enjoy. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. Tonight, we'll get
The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. The Portland Trail Blazers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Rockets.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think...
Rocket 6, and another 3 for Houston.
And it's crucial that Chris makes that shot. Big men like him are expected to possess an outside jumper nowadays.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Take a look at the Rockets offense, and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight, and it works for them.
Lillard surveying the D. Here's the beast. He's guarded by Chandler, and that's good. Damian Lillard.
Points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Got a piece of it.
some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Towns. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And that was an Unleash Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Knight for 3. That one's not going to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
Really an intimidating style of defense. I mean, they challenged everything at the rim, and that led them to victory.
Greg, they expended maximum energy, but it was well worth it. I mean, they earned that win with their defense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for the Beast. And for Houston, they picked up the win against Golden State. And there's the pass to the Beast. Back to Lillard. Now Nurkic passes to the Beast. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. That's a 2 from Lillard, and he hits it just before the shot.
What it means, the game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys and drives. Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing.
Outside Knight to the middle. Here's Hartenstein. That shot misses. And it's Portland the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
Well, I really like the way.
Away. It's deflected. Tipped away. One-on-one here. Elbit over the pass.
Oh, watch out below. Come on now, throw it down. You remember back in the 2015 finals, boy, he was a pest because of how hard he played.
That free throw, good from
Game situation where he could just go with the abandon he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing the championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Elbidova's got his first bucket in this one. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Back to Capella. Houston moving the ball around. And now Portland on the break. Here's the Beast. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And that's the kind of play you...
But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
And he makes both free throw point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Clint Capella is out there with Chris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then it's Harden. And it's Knight in at the point. The Beast passes to Aminu. The slam dunk by Aminu.
And nobody, guys, among the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. It's good from long range.
With the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger.
Kicks it to McCollum. Pass to Aminu. Down low. Here's the Beast. A beautiful reverse layup. The Beast's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Knight finds Capella. Back to Knight. Shoots over Lillard. The shot by Knight, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't go.
Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, wow.
Kevin, when you talk about his game, I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
And everything on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Lillard against Knight. Now, here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact.
So strong that you really got to wrap him up if you're going to commit the foul on him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
Nurkic with the block. One-on-one fast break. Here's the Beast.
Oh! Yes, sir! Come on, break it!
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation.
The offseason, I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Portland. He's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Brandon Knight. And then Durant with the jam.
They're getting theirs before the
They get a hand on it. Pushing it up. Here's the Beast. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Nene did not like that one.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Clark these days, less emphasis with no one around. Another miss by Houston. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. The Beast passes to Durant, and he banks it. And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy. Look helpless, even when they're right on him. Harden finds a way to make defenders look silly at times.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right.
And Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Dellavedova finds Nurkic. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Durant. Over Gordon. And it's good off the back rim and in. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Portland out in front, opening up a huge gap. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Durant is out there with the beast. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Swanigan in at center. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's Durant. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Escape that they're in, heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible, they're very accessible, they're well connected to the community through their platforms, but you do have to...
Great passing. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Beast.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a... Pass to the Beast. Kicks to Towns. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Chandler.
Boy, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Knight on the wing. And some nice passing there by Houston. Chandler down low. Can't hit that one.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Well
up is victory number 24 on the year.
And there's no victory sweeter than beating someone who's last beaten you. Tonight, they'll even things up at one apiece in their three-game season series against Houston.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Beast. Excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. Again, the Trailblazers score.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
AI, there you are. I got an interview lined up for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right this way. You're on with Shaq and Kenny.
Oh, thanks, man.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to catch up with our special post-game guest.
Hi, this is Shaq. I liked your Russell Westbrook impersonation tonight. When did you first realize that you were getting close to that triple-double?
Oh, man, I think I still got a long ways to go before I reach that Westbrook level. But as far as getting close to it tonight, I didn't even realize that was the case. You know, one of my teammates had to tell me, it's a nice benchmark to reach, but it's just a side quest, man. Like, our main quest is just getting wins. And I was definitely happy to be able to contribute to the team tonight.
Great job.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Jet, for the Diesel, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew. The entire 2K Sports crew.
That's everyone.
Ernie Johnson. Have a wonderful evening.